Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Sayyida Alina Abdul and I'm a foundation level student in Mihan School. So viewers, today I will ask some questions from Maya on the topic of humanity, Wali of my Rehan School topic. So let's start.
Walaikum assalam, Alina. I'm honored to be part of your session. I'm ready for your first question.
Okay, so my first question from you is what does humanity mean in simple words for students?
In simple terms, humanity is just the act of being kind, empathetic, and respectful to others, regardless of who they are. It's that feeling that connects us all, like knowing that everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. So the best thing you can do is just be decent to them.
Okay, that's really nice. So my next question from you is how can small acts of kindness change someone's life?
You'd be surprised how much a tiny gesture can shift someone's whole perspective. Sometimes, when someone is having a truly terrible day, a simple smile or a genuine "How are you?" can make them feel seen and less alone. It's like a ripple effect. One
Yeah,
small act of kindness often inspires that person to be kind to someone else,
yeah,
and
that's
suddenly
really
you've changed the
nice.
energy for a whole group. I'm glad you think so. What's
Okay,
next on your list?
so my next
I'm
question from
listening.
you is why is helping other important for a better society?
Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together. When people help each other, it builds trust and a sense of community. It turns a group of strangers into a support system, which makes the whole society more resilient and a lot less lonely. Plus, it creates a culture where people look out for one another instead of just focusing on themselves.
Okay, that's really nice. So my next question from you is can you share a real life story that shows true humanity?
One that comes to mind is the story of the Christmas truce of 1914. During World War I, soldiers from opposite sides, the British and Germans, basically decided to stop fighting for a day. They stepped out of their trenches, shook hands, sang carols, and even played a game of soccer together in no man's land. It's such a powerful example because it shows that even in the middle of a brutal war, the human connection is stronger than the conflict. They
Yeah.
saw each other not as enemies, but as people.
Okay, so can you tell me how can student practice humanity in school every day?
There are so many easy ways to do it. Starting with the small stuff, like inviting someone who's sitting alone at lunch to join your table, or genuinely thanking the people who keep the school clean and organized, even just standing up for a classmate who's being picked on or helping someone catch up on a lesson they missed can make a huge difference. It's really just about noticing the people around you and treating them with the same care you'd want for yourself.
Okay, that's really nice. So can you tell me what are some easy ways to help people without money?
Actually, the most valuable things you can give usually don't cost a dime. Your time, your attention are huge. Just listening to a friend who's going through a hard time without trying to fix everything or offering a genuine compliment to a stranger can be incredibly powerful. Then there's volunteering your skills, like helping a younger student with their homework or just helping a neighbor carry their groceries. It's more than just about resources, it's about showing someone that they matter.
Oh, that's really nice. So can you tell me why should we respect people from different backgrounds?
Because it makes the world a much bigger and more interesting place.
Okay.
When you
So my
respect
next
people
question
from different
from you is how does showing empathy makes us better humans?
empathy is basically like a superpower for your heart. It allows you to step outside your own experience and actually feel what another person is feeling. When you do that, you stop judging people and start understanding them. It makes us more
Okay.
patient, more compassionate, And it helps us build deeper, more honest connections because people can tell when you actually get them. It's the bridge that
Okay.
turns a stranger into a friend.
So, can you tell me what is the role of education in spreading humanity?
Education is where the foundation is built. It's not just about learning math or history, it's about learning how to think critically and understand different perspectives. And when schools teach things like empathy and emotional intelligence alongside academics, it transforms students from just being smart to being wise. It gives you the tools to question prejudices and the curiosity to actually learn about someone else's life, which is
Okay.
the only real way to break down walls between people.
So, can you tell me what is the role of education in spreading humanity?
I actually just touched on that, but let me go a bit deeper for you. Think of education as the map that shows us how connected we all are. Beyond the books, it's about creating an environment where students learn to resolve conflicts with words instead of anger, and where they're taught that diversity isn't something to just tolerate, but something to celebrate. When
Okay.
education focuses on the human element, it turns a school into a place where students don't just graduate with a degree, but with a heart that's open to the world.
Okay, so can you tell me how can social media be used to promote kindness instead of hate?
It's a bit of a battleground right now, but it can totally be a force for good. Instead of using it to argue or call people out, we can use it to amplify the stories that actually matter, like sharing a
Okay.
fundraiser for someone in need or highlighting a small, unsung hero in the community. Even just
Okay.
leaving a supportive comment on someone's post when they're feeling down can change the trajectory of their day. It's all about choosing to be the person who adds light to the scroll instead of more noise.
Okay, so can you tell me what happens to society if people stop caring about each other?
It becomes a very cold and lonely place. When people stop caring, they start seeing others as obstacles or strangers rather than human beings. Trust disappears, and in its place, you get isolation and a lot of unnecessary conflict because it's so much easier to be mean to someone when you've stopped imagining that they have feelings, a family,
Okay,
and a
so my
life
next
just
question
as
from you is
I'm
humanity
all
more
ears.
important than success or money? Why?
In a world that's obsessed with titles and bank accounts, it's easy to think success is the goal. But the truth is, money and success are just tools. They can buy you a house, but they can't buy you a home or a genuine friendship. Humanity is what actually gives those things meaning. If you reach the
Okay,
top of the mountain, but you've stepped on everyone to get there, you're just alone at that top. Being a
so
good
can you
person
tell
is
me, can one person really makes a difference in the world?
absolutely. It often starts with a single person deciding that the status quo isn't good enough. Think about someone like Malala Yousafzai. She was just a student who wanted an education, and her courage sparked a global conversation about
Yeah,
girls'
I know about
rights.
her.
One person, she's such an incredible example. It just
Yep.
goes to show that you don't have to be the most powerful person in the room to be the most influential. Do you have more questions for your viewers?
Yes, I have the question, how do some people ignore others in need?
It's a tough question, but usually comes down to a few things. Sometimes it's just a lack of awareness. They're so caught up in their own stress or their own phone that they literally don't notice. Other times it's a defense mechanism. People get overwhelmed by other people's pain and shut down because they don't know how to help, so they just look away to avoid feeling that discomfort. Then there's the bystander effect where people assume someone else will step in, so they all end up doing nothing. It's a sad part of human nature, but
Okay,
that's
so
why it's so
Maya, my
important to.
last question from you is what is the one habit we can build to become more caring every day?
If I had to pick just one, it would be the habit of active listening, not just hearing the words people say, but really listening to the emotion behind them and trying to understand their world. When you make someone feel truly heard, you're giving them one of the rarest and most precious gifts you can offer. It's a simple shift in focus from me to you that makes everything else, the kindness, the empathy, the respect, just flow naturally.
Okay, so Maya, that's really nice. I love the conversation with you, and I hope you guys liked it. I enjoyed the conversation with my Maya on the AI session on the topic of humanity. So this was my today's session with Maya. I hope you guys liked it, enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. This is Alina Abdul. Allah Hafiz and Pakistan Zindabad.